Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, November 22nd. It is 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly. Just give me a few moments to set everything up and we should be good to go. All right, solid. Looks good. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Solid. All right, cool. So I'll get a few moments for people to make their way in. As people join in, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at US30 real quick. It's pretty bullish. So it looks pretty bullish right now. Let's take a look at news real quick. There was news today. So it looks like there is news coming up at 7 and 8. It's Fed day today. News coming up over here at 7. Hey, Patricia, morning. News right there at 7. News right here at 8. And I think that might be it. Yeah, 7 and 8. And I think that's it with regard to news. Looking over here, the overall direction real quick. 6:28 right now. Market's going to open in about 2 minutes. I'm just going to squeeze this through real quick. 72% short. All right. So 72% short. Plus 160 points. I think everything's bullish. So we'll take a look at that. Yeah, so it's 4 hour bullish, 1 hour bullish. 30-minute bullish. 15-minute bullish, 10-minute bullish. Yeah, so everything's pretty much bullish so far. So we'll probably be looking for some buys today. Price is currently consolidating right here. The thing with the breakout, so we might get a buy for breakout. What do you mean? What we might get initially is we might get a fake out. So we might get a fake out to the bottom side and then price might swing back up. Price has been overextended. It's been pushing up since London session. And price is now currently consolidating. So you want to be careful with this breakout. I mean, obviously we want to look for some buys here, but you might get a fake out to the bottom and then a swing right back up as the market progresses. So looking at this over here, 10 minutes very bullish, 5 minutes very bullish, 1 minute's looking good. So I'm going to put the requirements here for the momentum scalp, since that's basically what we're going to be applying on this chart. And then on this chart over here, we're going to be applying the high-low momentum scalp, but we're going to be high-low momentum pivot scalp. We're going to align this with the overall direction. So probably only going to be looking for buys here, but I mean, we'll see what happens shortly. Okay, so market is now open, guys. Market is open at 6:30. If this closes as a strong green candle, this would technically be the entry for the breakout. However, as I mentioned, price is overextended, so you might want to be a bit careful taking any buys right now because it might have to retrace a bit. So this candle's closing in about 30 seconds. It needs to close as a strong green candle. If it doesn't, then you gotta wait for the next one. But also this candle here, if it's too big, it might be due for some retracement. So morning, Maria, morning, sir, morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, November 22nd. Market is now open. As I mentioned, we have a bullish bias here overall. So we're probably gonna be looking for buys. But as I mentioned as well, price has been overextended. It's been pushing up since London open down here. Pushed up, retraced, pushed up, consolidated, pushed up, consolidated, pushed up, consolidation, pushed up, consolidation. And now price is now back into pushing back up. So this right here would technically be that's kind of iffy. This is an iffy breakout because it is a strong green candle, but the wick on top is a little big. However, this could still be considered the breakout. So yeah, the wick on top is just a little too big. So you probably want to wait a little bit for another green candle to provide, a stronger green confirmation. But we'll follow it. So we'll follow it right here. But I don't know if I'm going to take this because obvious reason the candle here, the wick on top is a little too big and price is a little overextended. We'll follow it and see where it goes. Let's see. Let me just scroll up real quick. I want to see if there's anything I should be worried about on top. No, I think so. Another thing here is that it's pushed so far past all the sessions that it's at the highest it's been. So it's very, very high right now. So that's why you want to be a bit careful with taking these types of entries because it is due for retracement, right? Price hasn't retraced yet. It's pushed up, so it basically pushed up, consolidated, pushed up, consolidated, pushed up, consolidated, pushed up, consolidated, but no retracement, right? Hasn't pulled back at all yet. So that's the thing that you want to be careful for here because if it hasn't retraced or pulled back in in the previous 3-4 hours, retracement's coming. It's just a matter of time. Price can't just go up forever without retracing. It'll go up for a while, but eventually, you have to expect a retracement to actually happen. And that's kind of what's happening right here. This is why I didn't take it. And I'm kind of just waiting for another entry to come within. So I'll be trading within the zone, if this is still pushing, but I'm not going to take the actual breakout. I'll just wait for this to kind of even out and provide some opportunity for other entries here. So I'm looking for a high-low momentum pivot scalp on this side, looking for momentum scalp on this side. To get a momentum scalp, I need a retracement signal. So that's what we're getting right here with the sell signal. If we get a buy signal right back up, I'll take that for a quick buy. So I'll keep this marked up here, but I'm going to look for other entries within the move. I'm not actually taking this specific entry right here. Exactly. Maddie said, rather wait for the fake out to the downside first. Yeah, it's coming back down and test opening price right here. So we'll see where this takes us, and then we'll go from there. I need that sell signal to close though. So I'm waiting for the sell signal here to close so that we can provide a retracement confirmation. So right here, I actually want the sell signal to close so we get that retracement confirmation. And then, you can write it back up. I know some of you guys are probably going to look for some high-low quick scalps on the way down or the way back up. We don't have it here yet, but it looks like it'll probably come up soon. So if you guys are just joining the room, this is the breakout here, but I'm not in the position. As I mentioned, the price is way overextended. So not really looking for that there. I don't want a buy signal to come up here because it's touching opening price, red flag. I want price to push away from it and then provide a buy signal a little later, so that I can hop into that there. All right, so it's still retracing right here. It's retracing right at the opening price. So this is a big red flag right here. Another red flag below for the New York high. So just be careful here. All right, here we go. As price pushes up. I want this candle to close before we get that buy signal because I don't want to take a signal within that's touching the okay, so we have a pending buy signal right here. If this buy signal here closes, I'm going to take this for a momentum scalp. You gotta wait for it to actually close though. So I need this here to actually close, and then this would be a momentum scalp here. It's kind of pushing up a little hard though. If it pushes up too hard and it's too big of a candle, we might have to wait for the next one because it might be a bit overextended due for another retracement. So this candle here's got about 20 seconds left on it. If anything, if it pushes up higher, I might just take the last push of this here for speculation of a buy. But I actually want this here to close. So we'll see. It's got about 5 seconds left on this candle right here. The candle close. Once it closes, possible entry for a momentum scalp. So let me just mark this up over here real quick. So the thing that you got to watch out here for is if it does hit your TP, you got to pull out manually. So I didn't get into the position yet. I was still looking for it to pull back a little bit because I mentioned this candle here's a little big. So I was waiting for it to pull back, and then I'm going to put a buy stop right here as it goes up. So I'm just going to wait for a little bit here. When the candle here is big like this, you have to be careful because it's due for retracement, right? I've been warning you guys about that like this whole time because there hasn't been a real retracement here. Price pretty much pushed up for like the last 3-4 hours, and then it hasn't really pushed up yet for retracement. So you want to actually wait for the fake out, like what Maddie said in the chat. He said rather wait for the fake out to the downside first, and then he would hop in, right? So that's kind of what I was looking for here. So here we go, as price swings back up. Let's see where we're at. All right, so let me see over here. All right, mine has filled. Went straight to TP. Full TP right there. All right, so hit our TP. Great work, guys. If you guys waited for that, it doesn't matter if you guys entered right away or if you guys waited. It didn't hit your stop loss. So whether you guys waited for it, you guys hopped in right away. You're just weighing your risk right here, because the risk here is that it's going to retrace. The problem with the retracement here is that this candle's so big that if it retraces too far back, it'll hit your stop loss before it hits your TP. It'll fake you out, right? So if you guys took the trade here, great work. I hit my full TP. For some reason I didn't get the strip, but whatever. So full TP with that right there. Let me go ahead and just get this real quick. Blasted right through it. Take a screenshot of my profits real quick. Nice. Nice work, guys. So if you guys have any profits to post up from that, go ahead and send them over. Now we are waiting for the next entry here. So you just got to be smart about your entries here, guys. Obviously you can take them right away if you want them to, but me as a conservative trader, I'm going to weigh the pros and cons. I'm going to take the trade when I think it's best. So if you took it right away, it wouldn't matter. You just have to eat some drawdown a little bit, but it would have swung back up and hit your TP. Right here, looks like there's a possible high-low quick scalp if you guys are looking for that. I'm probably going to hold off on that right now because it looks like it's still due for retracement again. It's just a tricky market. And you just gotta play your moves smartly. So here's my main account right here. I still don't understand why MT4 sometimes doesn't give the green strip, even though it does hit your TP. It's kind of annoying because I like seeing the green strip. I think other people have been having that issue as well, but it's all good. So I'm not taking either entries. As I mentioned, I'm only looking for 2 entries here: momentum scalp and the high-low momentum pivot scalp over here. So I'm not in this breakout, as I mentioned. Price is gonna fake out and bounce around. So if you guys are in the position, it's still technically running, but I'm not in this position. So I just want to give you guys an FYI heads up. There was no high-low momentum scalp here. The zone was down here. The buy signal was up here. This was just a pure momentum scalp entry. So keep watching. You guys can see how nasty the market is, right? It's kind of bouncing around a lot. Yeah, it's really risky to take any other types of entries because the market is just bouncing around so much. So let me just finish taking my screenshot here. Yeah, slippage on my copier, but it's all good. So I'm not looking at all my accounts because I know there's slippage on MFF for sure. And I don't want to like distract me from the trades I'm looking to take. It's kind of annoying, but it's all good. It's just the market. It's all good. I can't complain about making like $1,000, right? So here's the trade right here that we took. Here's my main account. There's no green strip. There should have been a green strip there. Made 1,070, hit my full TP. And then my copier here, of course, in BS with some slippage, locked in 720. It's all good though. So solid profits locked in on that. Momentum scalp entry on the live session. All right, yeah, if you guys have profits from that trade, go ahead and send them in. Take a look. See, we got some over here. So we got Deswell over here, currently up 7,760. Great work, Deswell. So he took part of the breakout here, but looks like he pulled out already. So he took some of the breakout here. You can see his entry time, 630, 632, 635. Breakout, and then the momentum scalp. So amazing work right there. Deswell locked in 7,000 within 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes since open. So solid work right there, Deswell. Some more profits right here as well. Yeah, Deswell right there killing it. So great work, Deswell. See over here, some more profits over here from Maddie. So Maddie said took accidental loss on GU, only risk 1%, but he made it right back. So he made took a small loss here on GU, made it right back. He's currently in profit 1,047. So nice work right there, Maddie. It's all good. You know, losses happen. He's got to bounce back from it, which you did. And that's key right there. So he had a couple losses right here from GU. It's all good. You know, it's okay to experiment, guys. If you guys are experimenting with trades and losing them, it's not a big deal. Because when you come back in the morning for US30 with me, you're going to make it right back, right? We typically win during the morning session. So, you know, feel free to play around with it. So great work right there, Maddie. Solid profits. Rashida over here as well. All wins, no losses. Great work, Rashida. She's holding the EG position from last night. Looks like she closed it out already. So solid profits from the EG position. Total profit from US30 over here, full TP. Total profit of 836 for the day on our TFF. Great work, Rashida. Yeah, our EG position is still running. I moved my stop loss in profit right here. My GA position also running deep in profit. I'm up about 415 right here. This is my small account. It's just a $10,000 account. And they're both in profit. So I'm basically making about 10% of both these trades because I did enter this with a 5% risk because I felt confident about the trade. So I already locked in my position there. I already guaranteed about 1%. So I locked in position here. If this hits TP, I made 5% on this account. Hit TP on this GA account, 5% as well. So if I do that, basically made 10%, would have passed my FTMO with like 2 trades if I was doing an FTMO. So as you guys can see, you know, if you're smart about it, you guys can easily do very well with whatever trades I call. If I call Forex trades, you'll probably do well. If I call US30 trades, you'd probably do well too. So I'm going to close this out right here because I'm not in this position. I want you guys to think that we're in that. You know, I'm sticking to the scalps, guys. This is the reason why I like scalps, because you get in and out of these trades rather quickly. If you take the bigger trades, it becomes a little bit riskier because you're going to be holding on to that longer than you want to, especially with all the manipulation going on the market. It's a holiday week this week. It's a short week. You know, it's basically like a 3-day week because Friday is going to be market closed, Thanksgiving for us here in the US. Thursday is going to be closed. And then Friday is going to be an observed holiday, I believe, for Black Friday or whatever you want to call it. So we're typically only trading like about 3 days this week. So just keep that in mind, you know, when you guys are trading, because you guys want to be aware that the market is going to be moving weird, right? Because you're just going to have low volatility, high volatility. It's just going to be a back and forth type game and not really much of a smooth movement here. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. So Alexander over here, great work too. Locked in some profit here with GJ. Looks like you moved your stop loss in profit, stop you out in profit, all good. US30 over here, profit of 535. So total profit of 537 for the day. Great work, Alexander. You guys are doing great. Narith over here as well, currently up 5,000 for the day. Nice win right there. So full TP right here, 710, and then another trade you were holding earlier, 4,290. So solid work right there, guys. If you guys have more profits, go ahead and post them up. Dejan over here. I was going to say Deswell. Dejan over here currently up 700 for the day. 2 wins, no losses. So great work right there, Dejan. He said take his trade for the day, hit his inside TP goal. See us on Wednesday, definitely, Dejan. So I'll see you back here on Wednesday. Nice. So 500, 700 a day to get an extension. So he's sticking to it. Yeah, it's all you need, guys. If you guys have a game plan like Dejan over there, he's aiming to make 500 to 700 a day. If you hit that goal, that's going to show your consistency. The thing with Dejan that we discussed recently is that he's been taking the breakout, but protecting his position. So when it moves in profit, he pulls out and then he takes it for a partial move and he just locks in his goal. So nice work right there, Dejan. Great work on the consistency as well. So there's no sell signal here, so we can't get a buy yet for a momentum scalp. We're not getting any entries coming up anytime soon, because in order for us to get it, we need to get a buy signal. We can't get a buy signal until we get a sell signal here. So nothing here. And then same nothing here with the momentum pivot scalp, because we also need a buy signal here as well. So as you guys can see, these strategies are very similar. This is why I take them together and why I use them as confluence, because in order to take an entry here, you need a momentum candle, right? To take an entry here, you also need a momentum candle. So that's why I use these together, because they're basically the same strategy. You're just using more confluences, you're using different requirements. So this requires, overall trend. This requires overall momentum. You put 2 and 2 together, momentum plus trend, your trade's probably going to hit. So, all right, we're just going to sit tight for a little bit, see if we can catch something here. Let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing. I think that's it. Brock over here, killing it as usual. All right, guys. So we'll be waiting next couple minutes for this retracement to play out. Once it plays out, we'll look for another entry. So guys, if you guys didn't attend the mentoring session yesterday, I covered this strategy in detail. So if you want to go over this strategy and learn it more in detail, rewatch the mentoring session from yesterday. If you guys want to see it, just go here to the website, kodikaitrades.com. Click on get access to the Kodi Kai Trades live trading sessions. Click on that. It'll take you to the YouTube channel right here. And then from the YouTube channel, click live, and then go to the most recent mentoring session right here, this one. So if you click on this one right here, you'll see all of the demonstrations for this strategy, the momentum pivot scalp, the demonstration for this strategy right here, and the detailed explanation of this strategy right here. So this is going to pretty much give you the trifecta, right? These are the only strategies that I use. I use this for the live, I use this for the live, and I use this for intraday trading. So this is literally all I do. I'm giving you the blueprint of what I'm doing. All you need to do is follow directions and make some money, right? So I try to make it as simple as possible. I'm only focusing on 3 strategies here. We do have a lot of strategies on the course, but if you watch the most recent mentoring sessions, I pretty much show you exactly what I'm doing currently. We have a lot of strategies, but I'm just trying to simplify it where you can focus on, 1 to 3 strategies, and that's about it. So all my signals are going to be called using this strategy here for Forex. So if you want to learn this, this is probably one of the easiest strategies to learn. It's just a little subjective, but what isn't. So, all right. US30 is back here at opening price. So there's not really much for us to do right here. It's right in the middle of all these red flags, opening price, sessions, and we just got to wait for it to push outside of it. Push outside and provide a retracement like this right here. Nice. Maddie said he's in a gold trade risking 1.6% high level momentum sell. Solid, Maddie. Take 3-minute counter for 20 points to sessions, full TP. Nice. Great work, Maddie. Yeah, Maddie's actually trading gold. Strategy works for gold too. It's just no zones out here. So nothing for us to take really. So since there's nothing here for US30 right now, I'm going to go and just skim through Forex pairs real quick. I'm going to see if there's any trades that we could possibly take here. As I mentioned, it's a short week, so it's going to be a little difficult to catch some entries because today's Tuesday. So we have maybe one more day until the market starts to slow down for the holidays. And I don't think we're going to have enough time to take another entry here. We still have 2 entries taken, EG and GA. Let's see, I don't see any entries here. Just want to skim through. It looks like the market kind of slowed down a bit. So we really got in at really prime time for these entries here, because if we didn't, we would have missed it and there wouldn't be any other opportunities. As of now specifically, I'll adjust this range right here. So there's actually a trade running right here for EJ. It's not a very strong trade, but nevertheless, it's still a trade. So I'll come back and take a look at that. I'm going to take a look at the overall direction. So the EJ is going sideways right now. It's not really a good entry to take. So I'm just going to put a note there. Trend is ranging. Solid dating, risky trade. So typically I'll put notes here. So I'll remember like why I didn't take the trade. It's consolidating. It's not a good entry. Hey, Kenny, morning. EN over here, there's no bottom zone, so I'm not taking it. I only want to trade from zone to zone for this strategy here specifically. GA here is looking good, more than halfway to TP. So if you guys took this trade right here, you're already in profit about, well, I'm in profit about 120 pips. So I'm doing pretty solid right now, up 120 pips. I made my entry here a little below entry point whenever it trades down, and it's going on its way to full TP. We just need this buy signal here to close. Give us that momentum push, straight full TP, 150 pips. Big move right here. This is like my max move that I typically take on these 4-hour time frames. So that looks good right there. GCAT over here. There's no upper zone. So, I mean, I did have this marked up for an entry, but there's no upper zone. So there's not really much for me to take right there. So I'm going to skip that. Could be good, but it's no entry there. GA over here is also running. I didn't call this trade because this came up last Thursday. We're going into the weekend. But if you took this trade right here, it's up. I mean, this would have already hit full TP. It's up 200 pips already, but my max TP is usually 150 pips. You guys can see how accurate this strategy is. It hits. As long as you analyze it properly, follow my directions, this would have been a nice full TP, but it ran over the weekend, so I didn't take that trade. This one right here, 2GN, full TP. If they have a green strip, those are active trades. Orange strip is going to be pending trades that are coming. So, as a reminder, this is pretty much USD CAD here, full TP as well. I was going to call that, but it came up on Friday. This is the problem with Forex trades, is they come up on like the late end of the week, and we can't really take entries because we can't hold trades into the weekend. So unfortunately, as you can see, there was a lot of full TPs there, but our current positions are still running pretty solid in profit. So might have to close them early. So if you're doing it on FTMO, you'd have to close your trade by tomorrow, because, or any type of broker that doesn't allow you to trade over the weekend, because the market's closing on Thursday. So if it's closed on Thursday, it's considered a weekend. So just keep that in mind, guys. I've lost a couple of funded accounts because of that. So just keep that in mind. I've lost about, so I had two times where I've lost my accounts due to trading over a holiday week. Typically on Monday. So like, I think I think this year I lost all my accounts once. And then a couple of years ago, I lost all my accounts as well, because I traded on a Monday, market's closed for more than 4 hours and it's considered a weekend. So what happened was I violated the requirement, and then I ended up losing the accounts due to the technicality. So yeah, if you guys are taking these Forex trades on your FTMO, or check with your broker to see if they allow you to trade over the weekend. If you have a swing account, I think it's okay, but if you have a regular account, you can't trade over the weekend. So I wouldn't risk it, because they're pretty strict about it. I've been with FTMO for like a couple of years now. They still took my account away for a small little issue like that. So let's see. I don't think there's anything else over here for us to look at. We're still looking at US30, but price is in the middle of these red flags, so we can't take anything. We also don't have a sell signal, so there's no entry for us to take anytime soon. It's only 7 o'clock, so we have an hour left. So no real rush, but the volatility is very low. All right, if the sell signal comes up on the 5, this is going to be an issue for us, because we don't want a sell signal here. We need aligned momentum. All right, so there's nothing going on right now. Just sit tight, drink my coffee, getting pumped for the next move. you get one anytime soon. Soon. All right, looking at the calendar for today, guys, I have a mentoring session later at 2 p.m. with Zach. So if you guys want to sit in on that, it'll be streamed as well. So yeah, just an FYI, later today at 2 o'clock, mentoring session with Zach. Tomorrow, nothing. Friday, mentoring session with Maria. And then another mentoring session on Tuesday with David. So if you guys want to schedule a mentoring session with me, to sit down one-on-one with me, for me to help you either go over your strategy, go over, whatever you need help with, I'd recommend scheduling it pretty soon, because I typically don't sit down for one-on-one sessions with anybody, but I'm just in the mood right now to mentor. So I'm doing it completely free, whether you're a member or not a member. I'm here to help you help me, because if I'm going to be showing you these strategies, it's going to help me get better as well, because I'm going to be practicing it. I'm going to be forced to practice it. I think starting this week or next week, I'm going to start recording and producing the revamped videos for the course. Basically, I'm going to be breaking down the course in a way where it's going to be more in order into focusing on these main strategies: momentum scalp, high-low momentum pivot scalp, and the 4-hour SR strategy right here. Where did I put it? So I'm going to be recording and producing the new videos, and then I'm going to try to set up a boot camp style class with you guys. Maybe a 1 day, 2 day, or even 3 day. I don't think 3 days is necessary. I think we can do it in either 1 day or 2 days. We'll probably do a 1 day first, boot camp style trading class, where we'll spend like an entire day going over the basics up until these strategies, and then examples and variations to the strategies. So a couple of things on my plate. I'm going to be focusing on the revamp videos, the bootcamp training. That if you guys are members already, it's cool. You guys will have access to it and you guys can attend. But for new members, we might be changing the structure of like how you can sign up to Kodi Kai trades. Basically, we do have a monthly right now, but I think in the future, possibly by next year, we're going to change it to, if you guys are on the monthly already, you guys are fine. But if you guys want to join, or if you guys are new, we're going to switch it to yearly only. The reason why I want to switch it to yearly is because I want you guys to actually put in the work for a year to see yourself progress. Because, I see so many people try to pick up trading and they only trade for like 1 or 2 months and they never get it. Obviously, because it's brand new to them, it's too difficult. But if you trade for like at least a year, I think the timeline for people to really be successful at trading is at least 7 months. So 7 months of like nonstop practice and training and repetition, and you'll find consistency. After the 7-month period, you start to be very profitable. Not very profitable, profitable at least. And then by the next year, you should be very profitable, as long as you like really drill down on these strategies and get your trade psychology down. So just a heads up, lots of different plans coming for me here. My main goal here is to really get you guys to that next level, but it's hard to get you guys on the next level, especially if you guys have learned trading from someone else. If you guys learn trading from someone else, the problem with that is that a lot of people who join us here, they've been in different groups, and what happens is they learned, I wouldn't necessarily say the wrong way of trading, but it's not quality. It's not quality, the stuff that they learn from a different group. They find a lot of this stuff that's like contradicting material and contradicting trading strategies that like it's hard for them to forget, and then they mix them with the strategies they're learning here, and it makes it difficult for them to really be successful because they're so stuck in their old ways. So if you guys were part of another group and you guys weren't successful there, that's probably a sign that you should probably change the way that you trade, right? So just keep that in mind. There's no right or wrong way to trade, but not all trading styles are proper for everybody. So just keep that in mind. You can use like the most basic, most mediocre strategy and still be successful. The only problem is people don't find consistency in their trading. So as long as you use at least a 50% trading strategy, and you're consistent, you should be profitable. But I think consistency is like probably the hardest part. Anyways, back to US30. There's nothing for us to take right here. It's still around the sessions. So it's around the sessions right here. It's also there's no sell signal. So we need that retracement sell signal so that we can get the buy signal, take the entry here. So basically price has been pushing up slightly right here. We did have the retracement, but there's no confirmation. The reason why there's no confirmation is because there's no sell signal. So in order for us to take an entry here, we have to identify momentum signal, right? So we can't get that yet until we get a sell signal. We need price to drop a little bit, swing back up, provide a buy signal, and then from there, we can take the entry. Same with the momentum scalp over here. In order for us to take an entry, we need to have a momentum candle, right? Which we don't have yet. So, all right, here we are at news price. I'm gonna mark this up right there. This is gonna be news price. Let me check the calendar over here real quick. Thanks, Maddie. News was neutral. So right here, Richmond Manufacturing Index, neutral. Let me check my FX book real quick, see if there's anything else here. Yeah, so nothing else here. We have the Fed speaking in about 58 minutes, about an hour from now. And I think that's about it. All right, so price is pushing up right here, but we don't have an entry yet. As I mentioned, we need a retracement signal before we can take an entry here. If you look at this candle for the market right here, price is actually going sideways. I mean, it's been going sideways for a while, but this is the range. It's a really big range though, so it's okay because we can trade within it. But it is technically going sideways. Markup news price right there. Markup opening price there, so we have an idea. All right, so price is pushing back up. This is exactly where we anticipated it, but we never got that momentum retracement. So unfortunately, there's no entry here. I was hoping we'd get a sell signal around this area here. So when price did push back up, we can take our entry up here, right? But unfortunately, we didn't get that. There's a high-low pivots. There's a high-low scalp right here, but I'm not going to take the trade. Obviously, I'm focusing on these two strategies, high-low momentum pivot scalp and the momentum scalp over here. So there's a lot of different entries that you can take here. It's just, I'm focusing on these three main strategies, or two main strategies on the live, one main strategy over here on the Forex pairs. So we'll see. My EG might hit stop loss and profit. I didn't move my stop loss and profit over here. Prices are tracing kind of hard. So if it's my stop loss and profit, it's perfectly fine. Pretty much guaranteed profit there. We're getting close to Wednesday, which is midweek, technically the last day of the trading week. So either way, I'd have to pull out in profit anyways. So if you guys move your stop loss and profit, it's perfectly fine. If you guys want to leave it as is, that's also fine as well. It's just you got to make sure that you got to close your position by tomorrow. So I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, Maddie said took the high low before. Target price was the higher high. Yeah, no, definitely, Maddie. So Maddie took the high low over here. This price pushed up higher. There's no entries for us right now, though, unfortunately. Yeah. All right, there's not really much here. I mean, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Pop your question in the chat. I can help you with whatever you need help with. Or if you're confused or want an explanation of like how things are applied or what I'm analyzing here, just let me know. There's nothing for us to take here, so you're not really bothering us here because we can't take a trade until we get a sell signal. So until we get a sell signal, our focus is on waiting for that sell signal to come up. We need that retracement to come down with the sell signal so that when we get the buy signal, we can take it back up. So this is what we're looking for here. We're looking for retracement. Price retrace, give us a sell signal right here. Price to push back up, give us a buy signal here. And this is where we take our entry. Right? So retracement, sell signal, push back up, buy signal, continuation. That's where we take our entry. Take that for a quick TP right there. Quick 100 pips. And that's exactly what we're looking for. But we don't have that yet. So if you guys have any questions, you want me to show you something, just let me know. But as of now, there's not really much here for us to look at. So this can be that. All right, cool. So let's see if I can give you guys. This is basically gonna be the revamp. Let me see if I can put everything on here. So this is basically the this is gonna be the setup for the new course. So it's going to be pretty simple. I mean, it's going to be from the very bare basics, introduction, using TradingView, MetaTrader, recommended broker for indices, recommended broker for Forex, funding companies, FTMO. And then the actual training here is just going to be the tools that I actually use here on the live, like the main tools, using tools on MetaTrader, the indicators, and then the main strategies: momentum scalp, high-low momentum pivot scalp, SR zones strategy, risk management, and trade psychology. So this is basically going to be the new revamp of the course, guys. You can see that you can take this in order basically from each video down, and then you should be ready to go after that, because this is all you really need. I'm basically taking out all the fluff. If you guys watched my other intro video, there's a lot of videos covering stuff that, I mean, you don't really need to know, like covering pips, right? Obviously, you don't know what a pip is, but once you start trading and playing around with the charts, you don't really need to know all that stuff. It's very basic. Have risk management, lot size for FTMO, lot size for regular account. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a sneak peek as to like what this is going to look like. And then for the boot camp, we're going to go over all this stuff like together, like in one day, like an entire day, like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5, 6 hours. And we're just going to go through all this stuff together. So a lot of stuff coming. And I'm going to be providing the boot camp to you guys for free if you guys are already in the group. If you guys are new, we'll figure out a way to get you guys in, but just a little heads up there. But this is literally all you need to know to trade like how I do every single day. This is literally all you need to know. And this stuff, if you know this stuff already, you don't even need to know any of this stuff. You just need to know these 3 strategies. But yeah, other than that, guys, let me just leave that on there. Actually, I'll just save this. Got a lot of work to do this next couple of weeks. Yeah, definitely, Brock. Definitely. All right, so thanks, Sisu. Yeah, I'm trying to simplify it because if you guys look at the course now, we have a lot of strategies, but I mean, not everyone likes all of them. So I'm basically going to focus on a few, really get it down for you guys and see where it takes us from there. All right, US30 still hasn't provided us any scalps, so like no retracement. We're still looking for that retracement signal, so I need price to come down a little bit, provide us a sell signal, and then when it comes back up, that's where I'm going to be looking to make my entry, but we don't have that yet. 7:09 right now, so we still have about like 50 minutes until 8. Again, if you guys have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, we just got to wait. It's a waiting game. So this is going to test your discipline here, because I know a lot of you guys are probably looking to, squeeze your way into some moves here. But realistically, I'm just going to be waiting. I mean, I made my profit for the day so far, so I'm pretty much chilling. I'm up 1,070 off this count. So here, this is what I'll do. I don't look at all my accounts anymore because I don't really want to get greedy. So what I'll, like, for example, right here, This is already giving me greed vibes, right? I see 720 right here and I'm like, man, this should be 1,000. So what do I want to do? I want to squeeze one trade in so I can make this 1,000, right? If I see this on like 5 other accounts, I'm going to be even more upset because I want to take them all to 1,000. So basically I'm just going to give you an average of my trades so far. So I made 1,070, 720 on this count. So this divided by 2, this is the average of my profit, right? 895 times 6, probably made about 5,000 for the day. So it's not bad. I just don't look at my other accounts anymore. I just look at my FTMO because these are my main accounts. And then I can just get the average of the accounts because I have about 6 accounts. So this times 6, and this is kind of where I'm at. It should be at 6,000, but it's all good. You know, I'm not trying to get greedy here. C6 5-minute chart looks good. C6 actually took the buy right there. So nice work. Kevin over here as well. Kevin said, nice. Kevin's killing it. So he has all wins this morning right here. Total profit of 10,190 for the day. Solid work, Kevin. Nice, great consistency. All right, guys, solid work, Kevin. So Kevin, you guys can see Kevin is still in the group. He's still like sitting around watching our live sessions. Yeah, Kevin said 34,000 is a psychological level, could reject hard when it gets there like it did on November 15th. Notice that too. Yeah, so Kevin said that he thinks that, 34,000, it's a high manipulation area, which I agree. These whole numbers right here, guys, typically are going to be high manipulation areas, right? The reason why they're high manipulation areas is because this is where the algos trade. Like, the big banks and stuff, they trade around these areas. So when price does get to these points, it's due for at least some retracement at that point because the algos will just automatically bounce off it. So just something to keep in mind. So possible entry over here if we get a buy signal. But again, you want to be careful at that high point, just like what Kevin mentioned over there. So we're looking for a buy signal. If we can get it, great. If we don't, just got to wait for it. Everything here is bullish, 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 bullish. Everything here is bullish. Looking over here at sentiment. 74% short, looks good. 200 points in the green. So this is 74%. It's 200 points in the green. All right, we got a pending buy signal right here. This is going to align with this one here. So this aligns with the momentum here. You got to actually wait for it to close though, right, guys? So actually wait and be patient, wait for it to close, because what could happen here is I see this candle being manipulated a little bit where I can possibly show a green buy signal at the last second, it's going to come down and disappear, right? So you got to actually wait, even if you have to enter late. I would rather enter late than enter early and then it doesn't actually close. So just keep that in mind, or if you want to wait for a retracement, you can do that as well. But you got to wait for the candle to actually close with the buy signal in order to take it. Let's see where it's at. Fine, so no buy signal there. So you got to wait for it. And it did exactly what I said, right? I said it could close at the last second and just disappear, which is exactly what happened. The last 5 seconds, it just pulled down and then disappeared. Man, I don't really like how these candles here are moving. We got about 13 seconds, but again, it might disappear at the last second. So you want to be very careful about taking any entries here. Another possible entry right there. Yeah, price kind of gapped up right there. If you guys are in the position, I mean, you might have to pull out early. I actually got into that and already pulled out in profit. It spiked to my TP. Take a screenshot of it. That thing happened like way too fast. I like literally entered it and then it just shot up right after and it closed out automatically within like a few seconds. Yeah, it was way too fast. I don't know if anyone else was able to catch that, but that thing literally spiked up. Yeah, Maddie actually skipped it. So it's all right if you guys skipped it. Let me show you guys. That thing literally spiked to TP. Like as soon as it closed, I hit buy and then it went straight to my TP. Yeah, like that thing literally went up like super quickly. Show you guys real quick. Yeah, if this happens and you miss the trade, don't hop in late because this will happen where price will just retrace down super hard. Nice. Kevin actually caught it too. So some of you guys here caught it with me. This is why you got to be really focused on the chart. If it closes like that, you got to like really be ready to just hit buy because at the last second it'll just spike up and hit your GP and then you should be out of the position. So it was another momentum scalp entry right there. And let me just show you guys my profits so that I can be transparent with you guys. You know, that's my main goal here, guys. My main goal with you guys is to be transparent because I want you guys to actually see that it's possible. You know, I'm not hiding anything from you guys. I literally show you the analysis and then I take the trade and then I show you the profits right after, right here. So there's my TP. It actually hit my TP, literally spiked. It like entered and then a second later spiked the TP and then it just closed it out. So there was some slippage there. It should have been 1,000, locked in 960. And then on my other account right here, I locked in 1,000. So slippage actually worked in my favor here. Just to show you guys, you know, I showed you the analysis. I said, if this closes here, wait for it to actually close. It closed, it hit buy, hit TP right away. I couldn't even blink. It literally just took the trade and then it hit my TP right away. You can see the green strip where it actually hit full TP. When it has a green strip here, it shows that it actually reached the TP and then it closed out. So here I locked in 960 off my main account up 2,030. And then here's my copy. I locked in 1,110, locking total profit of 1,830. So not too bad here. You know, it's a risky market. Like if you miss these trades, you just got to skip it. Don't worry because the next trade's going to come. That's the main thing that I also have to remind you guys, you know, don't fall into a trade. If you're late and it's already hit TP or if it's already deep in profit, don't enter the trade. Just let it be, wait for the next one because another trade's going to happen. We're trading on the 1 minute here. So these trades will come and go. And if you don't get anything today, it's fine. You know, you'd rather have less profit than negative, right? That's the main thing that you guys want to remember. Always make sure that no profit is better than a loss. So, all right, we're done with that right there. We need another retracement candle. If we get a retracement candle, we can take the next one, but at the moment, there's nothing for us to take right now specifically. So there goes my profits right there. Yeah. The thing that a lot of you guys need to realize too is that you're your worst enemy, right? A lot of people don't want to take responsibility for like their actions. They always want to blame the system or blame the teacher. But you guys got to keep in mind that I'm showing you guys the actual strategy here. And if you and typically whenever people lose is because they're taking shortcuts, right? Like for example, here, if you didn't wait for this to actually close, and you took this one right here, because remember this candle right here, it showed up and then it kind of disappeared. If you took this one right here, you probably still would have hit TP. But if you get into the bad habit of taking entries too early or taking entries too late, you're going to get burnt at some point. So you got to keep in mind that you got to stick to the game plan. And if you guys make a mistake, you know, just own up to it because you're never going to get any better unless you take responsibility for the trades. Like the market doesn't owe you anything. You have to make the decision to either make a mistake and eat the loss or make the mistake and blame someone else, and you're never going to learn from it. So just keep that in mind, guys. It's all about trade psychology, consistency, and discipline. So this looks good right here. All right, solid. So profits look pretty good so far. See some more profits right here from Barack. Barack over here locked in 2000 at 304. Nice work, Barack, off this account. And then he took another trade over here, the one that we just took. He said late entry on the momentum scalps, why lost. Good signal though. Yeah, so this is okay, right? So Barack over here took responsibility for the loss. He entered late and then he ended up eating the loss, but it's okay, it happens. Nice. So Barack actually recovered his loss. So he took the loss there and took another trade. He's back into profit. And then now he's calling it a day. So this is key right here. This is exactly what I just, tried to explain to you guys, that you just have to take responsibility for the loss. Barack here, he admitted that he entered the trade late. Entry was good. He just entered the trade late and then it hit his stop loss. He took another trade here to recover that. And now he's back in profit. So great work, Barack. And, great work on really taking responsibility, because a lot of people don't do that. So nice work right here. He's back in profit. This might be a sign that you're just not completely focused right now, Barack, and you should probably just, come back tomorrow. So for me personally, if I was in the position of Barack here and I had a loss and then I made it right back, at this point, I would just call it a day. Yeah, and he's done. So I would just call it a day, come back tomorrow when your mind is fresh and, ready to bounce back from it. Well, he already did bounce back from it, but bounce back as having a better day. So he said he only allows for one loss per day, which is key. That's what I do too. If I ever lose a trade, I'm usually done for the day because I know my mindset isn't proper. Some more profits over here from Patricia. So let's see, all day full wins, total profit of 5,278 for the day. So great work right there, Patricia. Another day of consistency. You guys can see here, Patricia has really good consistency, right? 5,000 today, 1,900 yesterday, 1,400 the day before that, 1,700. See, if you guys can lock in like $1,000 a day, it adds up, right? Some days you'll have 2,000, some days you'll have 1,000, some days you'll have 5,000. If you have that consistency, and you can see here, look at the dates when Patricia messages me. This is from today. This is from yesterday. This is from the day before. This is from Friday. This is from last Thursday, 6,000. This is from Wednesday, 3,000. This is from Thursday of last week, 1,500. Every day, Patricia sends me profits. So if you guys have a problem with consistency, what I do recommend is you guys just send me your profits every single day, whether they're losses or wins. That's going to keep you consistent because you're going to have your whole chat history with me where you're like, okay, let me see what I sent Sean. And then you can see, okay, I lost on this day. I did good on this day. And you'll see how consistent you are day after day, right? Patricia never misses a day. I got profits from her every single day. And this is probably what makes her a better trader as well, because she has that consistency. She's not hiding anything from me. Every day she shows wins, she shows losses, and she's just being real with herself. So, I could go back months and months and months. Patricia sends me her profits literally every single day. So if you guys have problems with consistency and you guys don't like posting your profits in the group, just send them to me. I'm not going to judge you about your trades, right? It's just going to be documentation of, it's going to be your own documentation and track of how you've been doing every single day. So, all right. Yeah. So I'm looking at the chat right here. It looks like, yeah, TradingView is a bit laggy. So what I've been doing lately, guys, if TradingView is a bit laggy, what I'm doing is I'm looking over at the, I'm looking at MT4. So for example, if we get a buy signal here on TradingView, I'm looking at MT4 to see if the candle actually closes it's a strong green candle, because if it's lagging, MT4 here is what typically is going to be moving real time. So it's for example, if I get a buy signal right here and I see that the candle is green, if I look over at MT4 and it's green too, then odds are it's probably going to close green, or it's going to close with a buy signal. If it doesn't, then that's usually where I just skip over it. Brock said he loves psychological areas, round numbers. Does it apply to US30 though? Yeah, I think it does, Brock. Basically anything that's highly traded, it does apply, because that's basically where the big banks trade their algos, the psychological areas. All right, so my profits are looking decent so far. Yeah, so if I round this up again, as I mentioned earlier, I don't like looking at all my accounts. I just take an average of both my accounts here, divided by 2,930 times 6, currently up maybe 11 for today. This keeps me from getting greedy. Nice. All right, so we're looking for the buy signal right here. If we get a buy signal, another possible entry. Possible buy entry here for a momentum pivot scalp. Also another possible buy entry. Or actually, this is for the momentum scalp. So this is actually possible entry for both. If and when we do get a buy signal right here. I don't know if we're going to get it yet, but. All right, so we don't have it yet, but there's one coming up right here. It's not going to be a high level momentum pivot scalp because it's not rejecting off the zone, but it'll be a possible momentum scalp here. So as you can see here from the 10, it's bullish, 5-minute bullish, 1 minute also bullish. We just need that buy signal there to close. If it closes, possible entry. If not, then just got to wait for the next one. All right, we got about 15 seconds on here. If it closes invalid, I'm probably not going to take it, but let's see. I haven't really tested this with invalid signals, but for the momentum scalp, I think you technically need a valid one. The invalid one works on like higher time frames, but not necessarily the short term. So no signal off that right there. Here we go with another attempt on this next candle. Gotta actually wait for it to close though. Got about 30 seconds left on it here. 40 seconds actually. Barack said he used to love GU and GJ, but lately he noticed that most stuff doesn't work unless when does a naked chart. Have you guys noticed? I haven't really looked, Barack, but a lot of my strategies still work fine because I trade zone to zone. So yeah, if you're trading like certain strategies that are seasonal, possibly. Yeah, exactly. Barack said in the last 2-3 months, something has changed in the market that has GBP in it. You're probably, depending on what strategy you're applying, Barack, you're probably applying something that's seasonal because you just like laid it out right there, right? You said 2 to 3 months. You're probably trading a strategy that works good in the summer because we're about 2 to 3 months out of summer. So that might be the case. All of my strategies are not seasonal. So the strategies that I use, they work all year round because they're based off momentum. So as long as there's momentum in the market and the market's trending, it works. Seasonal strategies, they typically work in the summer where market's consolidating, or opposite when the market's like heavily trending. So not sure which strategy you're applying, Brock, but I think that might be the case. You might be applying a strategy that only works during certain market conditions and seasons. Because we're in November now, so if you go back 3 months, that's like August, September, October, November. Yeah, that was August. Gosh, yeah. So Brock said it's his own on CCI. Yeah. So your strategy might just be a summer. It might be catered to like summer markets. So that might be the reason why. Because there's some strategies that only work during summer. There's some strategies that only work during fall. Some that only work during. Oh fuck! I missed the entry. Right here. Yeah, so I actually missed this one. I'm gonna see if I can get in late and let it retrace a little bit. This thing closed at like the last second, so I'm not in the position yet. I'm probably gonna skip it. Here, I'll follow it though. This thing came up super fast, like at the last second. No, you're fine, Brock. This signal like literally came up, like it spiked up at the last second. So there wasn't even a pending signal there yet. This is let's see, push it up. Full TP. All right, I took the trade. You're good, Brock. I took it when it came back down. So it came back down. When it shot back up, I entered, and then I just hit my full TP. So as you guys can see, these entries come up super like randomly sometimes. There was no signal here, and it came up like the last couple of seconds, and then it shot up. Yeah, Maddie said entered on time. Bullshit entry. Yeah, no, this entry came up super fast. I wasn't even paying attention, and then as soon as the candle closed, it just closed with the buy signal, and then let me see what I got on that. Locking 1,160. So yeah, not bad. All right, another TP right there, guys. So if you guys caught it, great. I mean, you guys got to really be paying. Like I was paying attention to the market, and I missed it myself. Because you got to really be paying attention to the market to catch those. But yeah, if you guys caught it, great. If not, it's okay. Wait for the next one. Rashida said she was scared, so she pulled out early. It's all good, Rashida. I mean, I would have gotten scared too because it started to drop a little bit, right? So she locked in partial profit, which is all good. Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, nice work right here, Rashida. Total profit of 1,119. No, I would have gotten scared too. I was kind of scared to enter it late. So when I saw price drop below here, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to take it. And then when it came back up, I was like, all right, I'm going to take it. So I took it, and then it just shot straight to my TP. It's a weird market. The market we're in today, guys, is, I mean, it's not horrible, but it is kind of, it's been moving kind of weird, right? You get a lot of these jerky movements, which kind of throws you off because you're worried that price might just reverse on you. But realistically, if you just trust the strategy and then let it run, you know, you just pretty much let it run to TP. So for example, here, price pulled back. I could have entered right there. I could have entered for a discount, but I didn't. I waited for it to come back up because I wanted proper entry. When price came right back up, it entered, went straight to TP, pulled me out, and then here we are. Yeah, Maddie said it's getting close to that price point that we were talking about. So this area right here is why I was kind of worried as well. It's getting close to that area where price rejects from 34,000. So nice work right there, guys. Nice work, Rashida. Nice work, Rock. Nice work, Kevin. Kevin here too. He said he caught that push up, locked in a total profit of 16,840 for the day. All wins and no losses. Great work, Kevin. Tasha over here too. So she pulled out a little early. She got scared, but it's okay. She made profit for the day, 137 for the day overall. So nice work, Tasha. Yeah, it's all good. If you guys don't feel comfortable about a position, just pull out early, right? You know, it's better to get out for a small loss or for a small profit rather than get a full loss. So, you know, go with your gut, guys. If you guys feel worried about a position, just pull out. You know, you'd be better off pulling out with some profit or a small loss, because on that next trade, when you see another one, you're going to make it right back. So sometimes you just got to go with intuition. That's like the issue with trade psychology, right? The trade psychology will screw with you sometimes, where you have a perfectly good position, but then you get scared and pull out early. The market is starting to range and consolidate right here, so I would be a bit careful about taking any entries. Yeah, the range right here starting to go sideways. A couple fake outs right here. You can see price came down, faked out, came down again right here, faked out. The real range is right here. It established the range between this high and this low. So just be careful with taking entries. I'm still looking for another entry here, but there is nothing for us to take at the moment. All right, 7:34 right now. We got about 26 minutes till 8, 25 minutes till 8. Maddie caught the quick scalp there, full TP. Yeah, solid. So some of you guys like the quick scalp move. I know Maddie likes it. I know Maria likes it. So both of you guys like that strategy. Again, you got Natasha as well. So Natasha said took that quick scalp as well. So with that trade right there, Natasha, you're probably back in profit, right? You took a small loss there. I'm pretty sure you made it right back on that next trade. So great work on that recovery right there, Natasha. And this is what I just mentioned, right? Natasha here took a small loss, $30. She just took one more trade, hit full TP. So she probably made that trade right back. She probably like tripled her profit. She covered the loss and then made more profit on it. So nice work, Natasha. Still looking for another entry here. How many entries did we take today? Took 2 entries today, right? We took this one, full TP. Actually, we took 3. We took this one right here. We took this one right here. And then this one right here. So not bad. 3 entries today for the live session. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I got you, Natasha. Yeah, Maddie said 1 entry a day is really all you need. Yeah, exactly. If you guys can just be patient on the live session and just take 1 or 2 trades with me here and then win every single day, which is very likely. I mean, that's all you really need. Like if you have a loss, yeah, you're going to have, times a 3x loss. But if you win every single day, you're going to make back that 3x loss. You're either going to close the week at break even or you're going to close out the week at profit. Yeah, Maddie said anything beyond that is just a bonus. You guys just got to think of it from a logical perspective. I feel like a lot of people don't like seeing these small wins. They prefer to see the big wins. And that's kind of what skews with a lot of people too. I know you guys see a lot of people make these huge wins every day, not every day, but like, they have these huge wins like a couple times a week. And then it really like messes with people's trade psychology. So GA position here is still looking fine, running in profit. EG position over here. I think I might have gone stop down in profit. It's all good. I don't really like EG anyways. EG is one of the pairs that I don't like to trade very much, but I do trade it sometimes only because I had to. There's no other entries here. So looks like my EG got stopped in profit. If you guys are still in it, I think it's still fine, but it's all good. The thing that you got to keep in mind is that today's Tuesday. So tomorrow is going to be like basically the last trading day of this week. So this would be considered like Thursday of a normal week. Let's see, Barack said, thank you, Sean. I'll reach out after the live session on seasonal strategies. I feel I need that because you don't realize until after you lose 2 or 3 trades despite following your rules. Yeah, just reach out to me, Barack, and we'll talk about it. Yeah, definitely, Barack. See you then. Yeah, that's the problem with these seasonal strategies, guys. Like a lot of people don't realize that's a seasonal strategy until you lose a trade. The thing with my strategies is that I've been applying these strategies for years, so I know what's seasonal and I know it's not. If it's seasonal, then I typically don't teach it. But if it's all year round, then I typically do. So all the strategies that I teach are not seasonal. They're all based off momentum. So just, keep that in mind. All right, Brock, we'll see you tomorrow. Let's see, Maddie said, I'm done trading. Close my last trade at TP. I'm an MT4 closing my desktop. Market's weird. Yeah, no, exactly, Maddie. So Maddie's done for the day as well. Looks like most of you guys are done for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. It's 7:40 right now, so we still have about 20 minutes till 8. I'm going to hang around with you guys, obviously, till 8. If we don't see anything good till then we'll just call it a day as well. But for the most part, I mean, we had a pretty great day so far. Forex trades are doing great. US30 trades, no losses this week, doing great. I mean, overall, it's been a great week. So if there's anything you guys need help with, feel free to put your questions in the chat. So here's the thing too, guys. Like I try to remind you guys this, another profit here from Tasha. So Tasha made a profit right back, total profit of 337 for the day. Nice work, Tasha. So the thing that I want to remind you guys is that there's people here profiting every single day, right? If you're not one of these people, it's because 1, you're either not posting your profits, or 2, you're just not following directions, or you're not getting things right. In order for you guys to be a better trader, you have to ask questions. I'm here to help you guys out. I'm literally your mentor. So if there's an issue with your trading, you just have to reach out to me. If you're scared to talk in the public chat, private message me, DM me. My goal here is to help you guys out. So in order for you guys to get better, you need to get help with whatever your issue is, whether it be trade psychology, whether it be not understanding the strategies, you know, whether it's just not being confident in yourself, like when you trade, you have to be confident. Even if you're wrong, you got to be confident, because that's the only way to learn from it. That's why, like here on the live sessions, you don't see me really. I'm not really iffy about my trades. If I see something that meets the requirements, I'm going to take it. If it loses, then I just eat the loss and I move on to the next one. But yeah, I mean, it's really based off trade psychology. Everyone here is pretty much applying the same strategies. It's just whether you're able to execute or not. Maddie said quick scalp hit again, but didn't take it because it was below momentum. Yeah, no, I saw it too, Maddie, down here, right? David's asking, can you go over the pivot scalps that occurred? I don't think there were any pivot scalps that occurred today, David, but let me check if I can find any. So there was a buy signal right here. This would have been the zone, right? There's no pivot scalp here because this momentum didn't bounce off the zone. So there's nothing right there. There's another buy signal right here, but this did not occur as a pivot scalp because again, here, same situation. This pivot scalp did not reject off the zone. Let's go back over here, see if there's another one. Again, right here, buy signal, but this zone down here, price did not reject off it. So no pivot scalp there. So there was actually no pivot scalps today, David. I don't see anything here. I mean, there's one right here that was, no, even pre-market right here, this didn't even apply. So there's actually one over here that happened pre-market, but I didn't take it because I won't trade pre-market. I mean, I do sometimes, but today I didn't. Here's one that actually came up over here that actually did play out, but this was before the live session. So this was at about 5:45 a.m. my time. So we don't go live until 6:30 right here. So this was pre-market. This is New York open. Right here, identify momentum signal. We have a buy signal right here. I'll just replay it. So just grab that there. Okay, so just showing you an example over here for the high-level momentum scalp, pivot scalp. First, you want to look for a momentum signal, right? Valid or invalid, doesn't matter. You have a buy signal right here. Draw a zone at the high low before the momentum. We have a low right here. This is the zone. Confirm from momentum rejecting off the high-low zone. So this candle right here is pushing away from the zone, right? So this is going to be the third requirement. So you have requirement 1, momentum signal, requirement 2, zone, requirement 3, momentum is rejecting off the zone. Requirement 4, you want to confirm you're trading in the direction of the trend. Pivots right here are angling up. Level 4 is on the bottom. Price is above it. This is going to be an uptrend. Trend meter down here is also green. This confirms that price is in an uptrend. As soon as the candle closes, you enter your long position right here. Your TP stop loss is set to 100, 300. You have the trade set up right there. I mean, that's pretty much about it. You let the trade run, full TP. So that's one that happened pre-market. There was another one right here. There's actually two. So like this is the first one. And then there was another one that happened right over here, right before it. They're like back to back from each other. Again, right here, there's another entry. Right there. I'll just replay this as well. They just happen right after each other. But these happened pre-market. So I was actually asleep. I didn't wake up till like 6 o'clock today. So this was at, I was snoozing right here at 5:30. Again, right here, momentum signal, zone, rejecting off the zone. Set up your trade right there. Price pushes up, kind of bounces around a little bit before it pushes up and hits its full TP right there. So this one actually took a lot longer. This one hit like right after it. So let's see, question from David. David said, okay, so it has to be on the momentum signal, not just momentum bias. Yeah, so here's the thing. You got to look at the requirements here. That's the first requirement, right? So it has to be like, you have to have the momentum signal. I mean, there's no strategy that requires momentum bias. That's this one over here where you're confirming momentum, but all the entries are off momentum signal, right? So if you're applying the momentum scalp, it's still entered at the close of the candle. Same with this one over here. You have to wait for it, and then your entry will be on the close of the momentum candle. So there's no real momentum bias here. That's just a confluence. So if you want to make sure that price is going up, I think you're mixing up this strategy, momentum scalp, with the momentum pivot scalp, right? So two different strategies, but it's okay. You're new, so like you're gonna make mistakes like that. And the key thing here is that you're asking questions. That's what I try to remind everybody. So David here just joined K2 like last week, I think, but he's asking questions. So he's basically getting better because he's clearing up the confusion. So yeah, no problem, David. If you have any other questions, always feel free to ask. I'm here to help you guys out. The thing with this here too is that this helps me get better, because if I'm reviewing the requirements with you guys, this kind of reminds me like, hey, this is what you have to remember, right? So like for me, it actually helps me get better, because I'm forced to review the requirements so that I can, keep building my trade psychology for every entry here. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I know all these strategies like the back of my hand. I only have to think about it. Like if I don't have the requirements here, I can just point out exactly what you guys need to look for. Link over here from Kenny. Let's see. Kenny said White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre holds press conference with Anthony Fauci. So here we go, COVID returning. So we'll see. Thanks, Kenny, for that link. It's not going to happen for another 30 minutes, so it doesn't matter because we're going to be off the live session by then. It's 7:50 right now. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I don't think we're going to get any entries from now until 8. The reason for that is because price is now ranging. You can see that price is getting close to this manipulated price point right here, 34,000. So right now, price isn't really doing much. It's going sideways. And it's probably going to keep going sideways for the next while. Yeah, Maddie said his gold stopped him in profit and now it's going. Yeah, that's the worst, huh, Maddie? I hate when that happens. Same with EG over here. It stopped me in profit. I'm pretty sure it's going to drop back down, but it's all good. I'll let it be. I'm going to have to close this position early too, because, as I mentioned, today's Tuesday. I'll leave it on there, but by tomorrow, I'm going to close it out. I don't want to hold it over the weekend. Yeah, Maddie said it's whatever. It's Thanksgiving week anyways. Yeah. So, this is a week to collect your profits, guys. It's not a week to be risky because you never know what's going to happen next. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Let's see. So question from David. David's asking, can you go over the logic for pending buy you placed in the beginning? Yeah, sure, of course. So I think it was, let's see, let me show you guys these profits real quick. So Patricia said a little more and she's done. Some more profits right here on Patricia's end. Total profit of 5,610 for the day. She's done, wrapping it up. Solid day. So great work, Patricia, and great consistency there. I really like that you send me your profits every day, because Patricia's an example here. Patricia's been with us since like the beginning of K2 or Kodi Kai trades, right? We used to be called K2, now we're Kodi Kai trades. Patricia's been with me here since like the very beginning, like before this was actually anything. And you can see her consistency. She's grown a lot since the very beginning. Because I remember before when Patricia first started, she wasn't like this every single day. Now every day she's locking in a couple thousand, right? And this is like per account. So great work with that, Patricia. Yeah, Maddie, I agree with you too. Maddie said that he feels like, a lot of people need to practice with executing and timing their entries, because it seems like a lot of people, I've noticed it today, a lot of people have been making losses, or just this week in general, people have been running into losses because they either entered the trade too late or they entered too early. Those are the main things. And being able to, manage the trade if they entered late. So just keep that in mind, guys, right? If you miss the entry, just skip it. If you make a late entry, that's even better. But if you're entering the trade when it's already in profit, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, because you're giving away profit and you're also getting in at bad entry. So a question from, yeah, Natasha here also mentioned Maddie gave her a small to be, she gave her the idea to be more consistent, a goal. Okay, so I was like small. Yeah, so Natasha said Maddie gave her a goal to be more consistent and she's trying to do that. She's not going to lie, it's hard because she has 3 jobs, which, I commend you for that, Natasha. You're here working 3 jobs trying to make it out in this trading game, but you're making it, right? Like you guys have seen Natasha's profits for today. She's working 3 jobs. She's probably tired, drained, And look, she's still locking in, 300 for the day. So she's locking 337. If you guys do the math on that, 337, Natasha's here is working 3 jobs, right? You divide that by 8 hours. This is equivalent to making 42 an hour, right? So I'm pretty sure this is close, if not more than what you're making a day, Natasha. So if you can do this every day, and then you have 3 accounts, that's basically 3 jobs right there, right? You're covering 3 jobs. So just keep that in mind, don't give up, because your goal is just right around the corner. If you're doing this and you're not even like 100% yet, imagine when you are 100%, you're making 1,000 a day. You'll be making way more than you do at those jobs that you're working. So just keep that in mind. I've been through the same thing, guys. I had an actual job before this. I was an attorney before I became a full-time trader. So I know the feel of being in a grind and working like 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and then making like X amount of money. Like when I was an attorney, I was making, and this is just to give you guys a rough estimate, I was making like maybe 120, right? So I was making like 120, and this is pre-tax. So making like 120, and this is like starting. So like 120 divided by 12, that's 12 months in the year, making 10 a month, divided by 4 weeks. So 4 weeks divided by 40 weeks to be modest, right? So I was making about like this much an hour, right? Now I'm making like this much like per minute, right? Because if I'm taking a trade, like for today, I locked in how much? I locked in like about like 1,800 per account times 6 accounts. So 10,000 for the day divided by 8 hours, made this much an hour, right? And this isn't even an hour because I've been trading with you guys. So let's say I made 10,800, and I've been trading with you guys for like about an hour and a half. I've been trading since 6:30 to 8, so 1.5. That's how much I'm making an hour. So this is why I left my job as an attorney. It's a pretty high paying job. 120 as a starting attorney is not bad. I could have gone higher. So I left my job working like, 10 hours a day, now making it in like an hour a day. So just goes to show, guys, if you guys don't give up, you guys will find the consistency. Like I didn't have a low paying job. I had a high paying job, nice office, prestige of being an attorney at a big firm, gave that all up to be a full-time trader. So anyways, back to what I was saying earlier. Sorry, David, I missed over your question. You said go over the logic for the pending buy I placed at the beginning. So let me go over here real quick. First trade I took this morning, which was right here at 6:38. Okay, so let me go over here real quick. 6:38. Just want to rewind to that. Over here, this was okay. So price is actually at that manipulated area. You guys want to be careful taking trades right there. Let's go over here. Is that 6? Okay, I know where it is. All right, so the reason why I had a pending buy here was because, so the strategy we were applying was a momentum pivot scalp. You know what, let me show you this on the other chart, because the strategy we were using here was specifically for this one. All right, so the reason of my logic here waiting for this to retrace was because of my full analysis from like how the market was moving prior to this entry. So again, right here, we're going to mark up everything, right? So I can show you real quick. We don't have to look at the overall momentum or we can just look at it if you guys want to. So looking over here, first requirement, confirm you're trading in the direction of the overall trend. Looking over here on the 10-minute, bullish, right? Trend is bullish. 5-minute, everything is bullish. 1 minute, bullish, right? Second requirement, confirm momentum on the 10-minute. We had a bullish momentum here. Requirement met. Confirm momentum on the 5-minute, bullish momentum there. Requirement met. Fourth requirement, confirm bullish momentum on the 1 minute. We have it right here, right? All the requirements are met. You want to enter on the close of the momentum candle. So everything here is met. All the requirements are met. You set your TP stop loss 100, 300. The logic behind entering this late was that these candles here were too big, right? If you measure these candles right here, like prior to the entry, So you measure these candles right here, all of these candles, right? Price is pushing up like 130 pips. That's very small compared to these candles right here. These candles are too big. So you're starting to see these spikes in price. So you compare this entry candle to that one. This candle is 3 times the normal size candles, right? So what happens when you get a big candle like this? If you ever have a huge candle like this, price typically retraces. So what happened here is price kind of retraced a little bit. And this is why I thought about entering it a little later, because I didn't want it to retrace, hit my stop loss, and then go straight to profit target, right? So if I know you're new here, David, so you have probably not seen the red flags, but the red flags right here, when to avoid trades: when price is near sessions, when price is near opening price, when price is near news price. This news price wasn't here yet. This news came after. So this wasn't here at the time of entry. And when the candle prior to entry is too large. This is the main thing that we were looking for here. The thing is, you don't have to technically avoid the trade completely, but when the candle's too large, you want to wait for it to retrace a little bit before going up. So that's the logic behind me waiting for it. So let me just put right here the reason. So reason why I waited for entry, late entry. So for one, candle was too large. Candle prior to entry, it's too large. Anticipated retracement. 2, price was overextended, bullish for the past 6 hours. 3, anticipated retracement was due. So this is the logic behind why I waited to make that entry, David. Like literally, this is all I looked for. So the reasons why I waited here was that the candle prior to entry was too large. So like basically, when you have a big candle like this, price needs to retrace. That's like one of the main things right there. And then price was overextended. If you look back over here, price has been pushing up since like 3 a.m. If you go back further, price has been pushing up since midnight. So 6 hours right here, push up, small retracement, push up, consolidation, push up, consolidation, 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 and no retracement until then. So that's the main reason why I waited. As you can see from this entry right here, price retraced down a little bit, made my entry right there. So when price was down here, this is where I put my buy stop. And I was like, okay, when price does push up, it's going to fill my entry and I'm just going to go straight to TP. Price did that, blasted right through my TP. So that's exactly why I waited for it for this specific entry. So does that make sense, David? If you need me to review it or show you any other, angles, I can, but I think this is a pretty much explanation as to like why I waited for it. Yeah, exactly. David said perfect. It happened so fast. Yeah. So the thing with this is I already anticipated this retracement to happen because I look back and step 2 and 3, this was already in my mind. I was like, okay, price has to retrace at some point. If you go back and rewatch the replay later today, you guys will see that I was already anticipating retracement. So I was already thinking about waiting for it before making the entry. And then when this candle closed, I was like, okay, this candle is too big. So it just pretty much confirmed my idea that I should probably wait a little bit. Eventually I took the trade. If you entered right away, that's fine because it still would have hit. But for me, I'm a very risk averse person. So I waited for it to actually retrace first. Yeah. And it's all good, David. Once you get better at this, you will, you won't even think about it, right? You'll do what I did. You'll just see the entry, you'll wait for the retracement, you'll just enter late. Or you could enter right away and then, if it hits your stop loss, perfectly fine. You just have to move on with it because another trade's going to come right after. So we do have the sell signal right here. We also have a buy signal. I think I might skip this entry though, guys, because for the main reason as it being here at the manipulated price point, it's literally rejecting off the 34,000 price point right here. So this sell signal actually came up, rejected directly off it. See the strong wick and came back down. Retracement over here. Or not retracement, but retest of over here for possible entry. I'll mark it up for you guys, but I don't think I'm going to take it. For one, it's already past, it's going to be 8 o'clock right now. So I typically don't take trades after 8 unless I don't take any trades during the morning session. So for example, if we didn't have any trades this morning, then I might have taken this trade here. But since we already took 3 trades this morning and they all hit, I'm pretty happy with my profits for the day. So, if this closes with a buy signal, technically this would be an entry for a momentum scalp. Looking over here, bullish momentum, bullish momentum. this fits criteria. So it fits criteria, but the main problem here is this price point, right? So, and you can see right here, price is having trouble getting past this point right here. It's already tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, and it's not having too much luck. So I'd rather be safe than sorry and not take this trade. But I mean, if you guys want to take it, I could follow it for you, but I'm not going to take it. You know, I'm not feeling greedy today. So, well, we'll see that. And thanks, Rashida, for the heads up, because I did see your message. It's the reason why I pulled right into this markup as soon as I was done explaining that setup to David. So, all right, guys, it's 8 o'clock. If you guys have any other questions, you know, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, you guys are always welcome to email me, Sean@KodiKaiTrades.com, or message me on Telegram. If you guys are new here and you guys want access to, you know, these tools here, the strategies, the community here, always feel free to go on the website, KodiKaiTrades.com right here. This is the website. If you want access to the strategies, click on this right here. This will bring you to the page over here to get access to the free intro course if you want that there, or the paid course here if you want access to the indicators and stuff, live trading room through Zoom. It's all available to you. Also, if you want access to the YouTube. So if you want to go back and pretty much vet, you know, we get a lot of people here who are new, and this is kind of new to you. So if you want to go back and watch all of my live sessions, I've been trading live for about 3 years now. Every live session is recorded here. So just go to the YouTube channel, click on live, and all of my live sessions are here. So if you want to go and vet my trade, see if I actually know what I'm doing, see if I'm someone that you want to learn from, just go over here. And then I have years and years of live sessions. So my main goal here is to be transparent with you guys and to, you know, bring you guys to your next level of trading. So you guys can go back as far as you want, and you'll find trading from October or November of last year. If you want to see how I was doing last year, I've been pretty consistent. So everything here is provided to you guys. But yeah, I think that's about it. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we'll be back here. Well, I'll be back here in the next 6 hours. I have a mentoring session with Zach. So I'll be here at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 6 hours from now. I'll be having a mentoring session with Zach one-on-one. So if you guys want to sit in on that, you guys won't be able to put in questions, but you guys are more than welcome to sit in and listen to us discuss, you know, whatever Zach needs help with, so I can go and get him on that next level. So some more profits over here from Deswell. Deswell said, nice day today. He locked in total profit of, it's loading up right now. Natasha said, how do you sit in? So I'll be putting the link in the chat. Yeah. So the link will be posted in the chat if you guys do want to sit in and listen. It'll probably just be the YouTube link though, because we don't want everybody to be flooding the Zoom and then unmuting themselves. You know, it's funny. Before I used to have these mentoring sessions and people would hop in, they unmute themselves. So like someone would be asking questions, and then all of a sudden you have someone in the background like watching TV or asking a question, like trying to butt into the session. So I'll probably put the YouTube link, but I'm not going to put the Zoom link because sometimes people will just try to hop in and ask questions when it's not their session. So, all right, guys, other than that, I will see you guys later today at 2 p.m. if you guys want to sit in on the mentoring session. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time in the morning, for the basically the last real live session of this week before we go into the Thanksgiving holiday. So other than that, guys, I will see you guys later. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.